Hi everyone, John Edwards is in hot water. He's been indicted by the federal government on 6 felony counts of using over $925,000 of campaign money that the federal government says he solicited and then secretly spent to hide his mistress Rielle Hunter and their to-be-born baby, now named Francis, from the public as he was pursuing the presidency of the United States of America against Barack Obama. This is the latest story in a very sad tale that goes all the way back to 2006, which feels like a long time ago. What happened at that point was that John Edwards had befriended a woman by the name of Rielle Hunter in New York, and he hired her to make a series of campaign videos of him on the trail talking about himself and his life. In fact, I'm going to get to that in a second because it's really interesting. I almost want to rush to get to the movie that you should see, or at least the part of it. At any rate, all this came to public view that, in other words, the smoke came out that something was going on, which eventually led to the fire, that there was an affair, in the New York Post page 6 column on August 2007, actually August 8th of 2007, by memory. And the New York Post page 6 essentially said this. They wrote that, good like this: which political candidate enjoys visiting New York because he has a girlfriend who lives downtown? The poll tells her he'll marry her when his current wife is out of the picture. That was in New York Post page 6. Now, fast forward to October of 2007, and Sam Stein of the Huffington Post writes that, hey, the National Enquirer was reporting that allegedly there's an affair, although the Enquirer was not saying allegedly, between Rielle Hunter and John Edwards. Sam Stein found it because the campaign videos that Rielle Hunter made that were placed on the internet were taken down. It looks suspicious, right? So then in 2008, we began to get signs that something was wrong. And then, of course, in August 8th of 2008, John Edwards came clean and said, I have been having an affair and I am not going to I'm not going to run for president of the United States. I'm not going to even put my hat in the ring for vice president or any type of office. I am out. And that shook up the Democratic presidential primary race at that point in time. Now, that movie Rielle Hunter made, you've got to see it, and it's right here. I'm going to bring the camera over so you can get a good look at it. This is actually from my video, so it starts off with me talking about events up to that point. This was in July. This video was made July of 2008. So what do? We send our condolences to Elizabeth Edwards. We say that we are still fans of John Edwards, and we hope that they are able to right their personal ship, and we hope that the couple comes out stronger in the end. As for Rielle Hunter, I don't know what to say. I can say that, well, you made a great movie. In fact, let's take a look at that movie.
I've come to the personal conclusion that I actually want the country to see who I really am. But I don't know what the result of that will be. But for me personally, I'd rather be successful or unsuccessful based on who I really am, not based on some plastic Ken doll that you put up in front of audiences. That's not me, you know? Glad to have you. Glad to be here. Thank you. Welcome. And if any of these guys are nice to you, you tell me. When you look into a mirror, do you like what's looking at you? Now that you're seeing
talented video producer. And the song that played at that segment had as a very good question: when you see yourself in the mirror, do you like what you see? Now, for those of you GOPers out there, you John McCain fans who might be clapping in glee over this news for whatever maniacal reason. All right. Now, you get the picture, in a sense. So, what we have is a situation where John Edwards is saying, hey, I haven't done anything wrong. I didn't inappropriately spend money. But what happened was that when Edwards got wind of Rielle Hunter's pregnancy, May of 2007. The videos you saw were made late in 2006. They were finished then, and then she started editing them, and then eventually she released them around the time that Edwards found out that she was actually pregnant. So Edwards gave her $200,000 to make those videos. Of course, the question is, where did they get that money from? And is it possible that they said to the donors, hey, we still have some issues we have to pay for with this production company? Maybe they went over a little over budget, so can you fork over a little extra cash for us? Something like that. That would be an interesting cover to offer if they were going to offer it. Something spiritually is about with this entire situation, because Elizabeth Edwards died earlier this year, and it seems like you can feel her ghost about. You know what I mean? So let's stay tuned again.